Hello everyone, Koga here, and today I want to talk about my hype and excitement for Borderlands 4. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, but I've been busy with so many things in my life, but now it's the perfect time for me to get my hype out there for BL4. I also want to talk about recent news we gotten surrounding the game, and close on why I think BL4 will be a good game, even better than Borderlands 3. So, if you're enjoying this video and watch through the end, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to support me even further, hit that subscribe button so I can keep making more videos like this. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, it's no secret that Borderlands 3 didn't really meet our expectations. I mean, I like Borderlands 3. Is it a perfect game? Absolutely not. But it did have good gunplay. The story was not all that good. A lot of cringy dialogue, beloved characters getting killed off with no build-up or emotion, and introducing one of the worst villains in the franchise, Troy and Tyrene Calypso. Yeah, I get it. But with Borderlands 4, I think that's all gonna change. We now have a villain who actually looks interesting and threatening, the Timekeeper, who holds the planet of Kairos, this new planet we're going to be exploring throughout the entire game, under his fingertips and rules with an iron fist, by implanting these bolts in people's brains, controlling them, and people break free from his control by ripping out the bolts from the back of their head, which could end up killing them or mess their mind up. And the story so far sounds very, very good. That recent story trailer we got from the Borderlands Fan Fest, where a bunch of content creators, especially well-known Borderlands content creators, were invited and played and streamed the game live. It was amazing. And the Vault Hunters, the Vault Hunters, they all look fucking dope. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no fucking idea who I'm going to pick on release day. I'm split between Vex or Amon, which we finally got gameplay for. Well, first we saw gameplay of Amon at the Bilibili World event in China, but his action skill trees were all in Chinese, and they were poorly translated. But now Gearbox finally released a gameplay overview video for Amon showing off his action skills, and even released his full skill tree on the Borderlands website, which is awesome. So, Amon will ultimately be the one I pick for release day. My decision's not 100% final yet. I want to see Harlow, and they're saving Harlow for last. So I'm waiting to see Amon's story trailer, which I think it's going to happen next week. So I'm pumped for that. And speaking of story trailers, Vex and Rafa's story trailers were very well written. No cringe dialogue whatsoever. It has that classic Borderlands humor that was missing from Borderlands 1 and 2, and that's great. And it definitely well establishes who these characters are and their background. And the gore is also top notch. Nice. And they're changing a lot of things in Borderlands 4 for the better or worse. Like legendaries being dropped way less, which is always appreciated, making rarity matter again. Legendaries actually being legendary, You know how in Borderlands 3 where you get a lot of legendaries, and it really defeated the purpose of legendary existing. I mean, what's the point of getting all these legendaries if they don't feel legendary? So they listened to the community. I'm gonna talk about community feedback in a second. And they brought the rarity magic back in Borderlands 4, where legendaries feel legendary and don't drop way too often, like they did in BL3. And the gunplay, from what I've been seeing, might surpass BL3's gunplay. Now, I heard some people saying it feels similar to BL3's gunplay, which is not a bad thing. But the gunplay in BL4 could feel much better than BL3. And I'm excited about that. And according to some interviews, we're going to have a non-linear story path in this game. With the game being somewhat open world, you get to choose what path you take. And this really does hone in on replayability for the story. Not be able to take the same linear path like in previous games. Also being able to re-farm bosses without save quitting, using Moxie's Encore machine to respawn every boss and mini-boss in the arena so you can farm them for dedicated drops. And yes, you heard that right. Dedicated drops are going to be in the game day one at launch. Every boss and mini-boss will have dedicated loot drops, which is great. Now, now so far, I've been saying nothing but positive things about Borderlands 4 so far. But do I have any concerns? Well, yeah. I mean, the game's not perfect. No game is. I mean, we still have a month away from it being out. But there is some concerns I have with the game. The new you respawn animation. I haven't seen gameplay of that, especially from Jolt's Dude 139. It takes 20 full seconds to respawn after you die in battle. And that is a pace killer. Now, it's not going to make or break the game for me, but I want to get back into the action quickly, not having to sit through a 20-second respawn timer. They should definitely tone that down a bit. 10 seconds or 15, that's fine. 20 seconds is just pushing it. There's also the SCU. There's also how they're handling SCUs, which I think is good and also bad at the same time. Now, in the previous games, in the first game you buy your SCU upgrades for your ammo with money in Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 you buy SCU upgrades with Iridium. Pre-sequel, Moonstones. Borderlands 3 you use money again. And finally, how they're handling SCUs this time, and this is a good idea, but also I have concerns with, being tied to the vault symbols. That's right, they're bringing the vault symbol system back from Borderlands 2, where you find hidden vault symbols throughout the world called Code to the Vault. I actually really like that, and I'm glad they're bringing it back to this game. And they actually reward you for finding them. They give you this currency, I don't know what it is, I forgot what it's called, but that's basically the currency you use to upgrade your ammo SDUs. And I like that. But the concern I have with it is that you have to do this every single time you start a new playthrough. And that could get really tedious. It's like the Lucky Dice situation in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Until they patched where you don't have to do it for every playthrough. Once you collect them one time, that's it. Hopefully they take that feedback into consideration. when the game launches. But I don't know. I'll get used to it. But it could definitely hurt replayability a bit. Now let's talk about the news that we gotten for Borderlands 4 recently. Now Borderlands 4 has gone gold, Gearbox and 2K announced. The game's development is done. They're basically done developing the game. But that doesn't mean that they don't spend the next couple weeks before launch polishing the game, do some last minute polishes, especially optimizing the game. Now, I'm playing the game on PS5, so I probably don't have to worry about performance issues as much. It's the PC players I'm mostly concerned about, who is going to play this game on PC. BO3, when it first launched, wasn't well optimized, especially when implementing that anti-piracy DRM called Denuvo, which is notorious for tanking PC games' performance. I really wish they wouldn't put this shit in PC games. It really doesn't do anything. It only hurts the actual consumer that bought the product on PC. Now, they removed Denuvo at the end of BO3's lifecycle, so I don't think they're going to remove Denuvo right away. And speaking of DRM, this is going to be another topic for another video about Borderlands 4. No, not Borderlands 4. Borderlands in general, hate, grifting, and misinformation. I'm going to make a video on that. But I want to say, people really need to stop spreading this ridiculous lie about Borderlands games having spyware and you can't mod the games because of Take-Two's new TOS, which is not really new, by the way. There was never spyware in the games to begin with. It's all misinformation. I want to talk too much about it. I'll talk more about it in a separate video, but I want to get that out there real quick. Also, in other news, we finally got the release date for Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, Randy Pitchford went on Twitter to confirm the release date for the Switch 2 version of BO4, and it's coming on October 3rd, so not too long after Borderlands 4's launch on other platforms, which is September 12th. But it did come with a bit of bad news, and hopefully it doesn't really impact the game too much. The game will mostly run at 30 frames per second with some dips. And the reason why that is, according to Randy Pitchford, he said that he didn't want anything cut from the Switch 2 version, like crossplay, so they got to put the game at 30 with some dips. And it is upsetting. I mean, yes, Switch 2 is a more powerful console than the Nintendo Switch 1, and it's able to run games at better frame rate. Being locked at 30 does suck. I understand why, but it would have been nice if it was at 60 frames per second. I'm still gonna buy it. I mean, not immediately. I'm gonna wait until a sale to buy BO4 for Switch 2, because I like to play Borderlands games on the go, and having a game like Borderlands 4 on the go would be really nice. I already mentioned they revealed Amon finally in a video and his full skill trees, and Amon does look insane. Still not 100% final, but he's most likely going to be my choice. My first choice on release. And now, finally, to close on why I believe Borderlands 4 will be a good game. And I can't not say this without pulling the nostalgia card on people. Listen, I love Borderlands 2. It's my favorite game of all time, and pretty much the entire community's favorite game of all time. But I'm gonna be honest with you, people really need to stop using Borderlands 2 as an attack on Borderlands 4. Because you think Borderlands 4 is gonna suck because it's not like BO2. Or Borderlands 4 is gonna suck because it'll have the same bullshit like Borderlands 3. Like, it's fine if you don't like the game, but you don't need to constantly say Borderlands 3 is bad means Borderlands 4 will be bad. And just because it's not going to be like Borderlands 2 doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Like, seriously, I keep seeing this comments in other videos I watch over and over again, and it's honestly getting really tiring. Like, I just want to be able to enjoy the game without being reminded for the millionth time why Borderlands 3 sucks. I'm not going to say the game sucks. I like the game. The story wasn't great, I can agree. But you don't need to constantly fucking remind me every 24/7. We know, we get it. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is, Borderlands 4 doesn't need to be like Borderlands 2 to stand out. I mean, yes, it's gonna have some of that Borderlands 2 magic BO2 once had, but it doesn't need to be Borderlands 2, and that's okay. I want the game to stand on its own 2 feet. I believe it will be a good game. And it's probably going to be the game that we come back to over and over again, like Borderlands 2. And not as much as Borderlands 3. And I'm excited. I already pre-ordered the game. I got the most expensive edition of the game, the Super Deluxe Edition, because I am a die-hard Borderlands fan. And I'm gonna probably get roasted in the comment section for pre-ordering a game that's not even out yet. And I don't give a shit. I mean, it's my money, and I can do what I want with it. Like, you have the right to do what you want with your money. I'm not going to tell you to pre-order Borderlands 4. I'm going to leave that decision to you whether you think the game is worth it or not. If you don't like Borderlands 4, you have power of your wallet. Vote with your wallet. Not my wallet, your wallet. You have the power to control what you do with your money, while I have the power to do what I want with my money. Enough said. So, with that being said, I can't wait till September 12th. I just want the game already. And I can't wait to see what the DLC is going to be like. Hopefully it's going to be better than Borderlands DLC. And we're finally getting 2 new DLC Vault Hunters since BL2, which is great. Because I think having 2 new Vault Hunters is better than having a 4th skill tree. While I like the idea of a 4th skill tree, another playable Vault Hunter gives more replay value to the game. And I think we can all agree on that. So yeah, that is why I'm excited for Borderlands 4. Now let me know down in the comments below, are you excited for Borderlands 4 or are you not excited? If you think the game is going to be shit, that's fine. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. This has been Sunga Koga, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!